Most men think that dating is supposed to be fair, and it's absolutely not. Because dating rewards men that understand the rules of the game very well. And it punishes men that do not understand it well or that refuse to learn from their mistakes. So today I will give you 7 brutal lessons from going on dates with hundreds of women. And I was definitely not born a natural. I was someone that really had to figure it out along the way. I was the kind of guy that had to learn how to date properly. So these are 7 rules that I learned along the way, and that can also help you to get the kind of dates that you want. And that brings me to the first point, which is that you can take away women from men that have a higher sexual market value than you. And this is going to piss many red pill theorists off, but it's the brutal truth. But I have dated women that chose me over men that made more money than me, that were in better shape than me, that were more handsome than me. They had all of these vanity metrics far more dialed in than I had. On paper, they were a far better offer for these women. But I have seen it over and over again, how these guys that I'm competing against take women out to dinner dates, open the car door for them, and how they behave so unbelievably weak and approval seeking that they lose to guys that don't even have much going for them. And I've also heard many stories from women how the guys that they date just create drama with them. Because these guys, they will be super jealous and super possessive and smothering her in public and you name it. So I didn't beat them with my status or with my looks or anything like that. I beat them because I know how to play it well and I know how to trigger women's emotions. And that's why on this channel I emphasize that to men so much. You need to learn how to really trigger women's emotions and how to take them on an emotional roller coaster with you. That's why it's so important to learn how to tease them, how to have a sense of humor, how to be charismatic, how to give them a experience that they cannot get with another guy. Because there are many, many men in this world that have money, that have cars, that have even amazing bodies, amazing lifestyles and all of that. But what do you can outcompete them with just learning how to play it very well and how to give her that emotional experience. And that's why I tell guys all the time, what you think is high value is not high value for women. Women don't care about your car, the money, like all of that stuff. Like it's all just vanity metrics for them. It's cool to have the moment that she is already attracted to you, the moment that you already can give her that emotional experience. Because when you have that sense of humor and you know how to tease her and how to take her on that emotional roller coaster with you, then it's cool for her that you also have $1 million. It's also cool that you drive a nice car and that you have a nice career and all of that. But all of that is secondary. And that's also why you see guys that are totally broke still crush it in dating, while some rich guys, they are not even getting any action to begin with. So that's it, gentlemen. This is a very important rule for you guys to understand. Learn how to play the game properly, because you can win against guys that have more money and more looks and that are taller than you. It's not that difficult. And that brings me to the second rule, which is women don't care about your feelings in the beginning. Because men absolutely hate it when a man points out to them, well, women go for a strong man. And I don't mean that in an alpha sense, like, oh, you know, like he is like beating people up and he is like this strong guy with big muscles. Not like that. I'm talking about mental strength and your ability to go through adversity. And that's why women naturally and unconsciously, they test men all the time. And they do that because they need to test like, hey, are you actually that strong guy? Are you that guy that can solve problems? And are you that guy that can go through adversity? And are you that guy that she can latch on to emotionally speaking? But most men cannot do that because they are still hoping that women become their therapists. So they go on a first or a second date. They tell her how he feels about her. They tell her about the emotional baggage that he has. They trauma dump on her. All of that, it turns her off. It's just that easy. She doesn't care. In the beginning, it's your job not to be emotional. It's your job to be rock solid. You should be a rock that she can hold on to. Because women are emotional enough already. So dumping your emotions onto her in the beginning is weak. And it has nothing to do with, oh, I'm just being myself. You're just coming off like a wimp. So that's why you should learn how to regulate your emotions properly, how to become rock solid, and then go on dates and really just provide a fun experience to women. Learn how to carry your own weight, because women are never going to carry it for you. And that brings me to the third point, which is that being nice kills attraction in the beginning. Because most men go on dates and they try to be a gentleman by opening the car door for her, pulling out chairs, holding her purse, basically just doing anything they can just to get her approval. And men confuse this for being a gentleman. It has nothing to do with being a gentleman. It just comes off so incredibly weak. And men don't even do this because they want to be nice or they want to be kind to her. They do this because they are scared to lose her. And that's why you should treat her like an adult in the beginning. She is perfectly capable of opening her own car door and pulling out her chair and taking out her coat and all of these typical, oh, like, let me be nice kind of behaviors to win her approval. And when you tell her that you're not going to do all of these nice guy behaviors for her, she's going to respect you more for it. Especially because the contrast between you and the other guys that she's normally dating is so massive. Because all the other guys out there are trying whatever to get her approval, and they are super needy all the time. So that's it for the third point. Let's go over to the fourth point, which is that women date for emotion and not logic. And most men make this mistake because they are way too logical with women on dates. And many men think that if they have the right things on paper, that they should get attraction and desire from women by, oh, you know, I drive a nice car, I have a good career, I make a lot of money. Then she should want me because I have all of these things. And that's how men with their logical mind look at dating, but it's totally detached from reality. Because women in the end only care about how you make them feel. And that's why you want to be that kind of guy that can lead her emotionally. Because those emotions that she craves, she cannot get them from just any guy. There are a ton of men out there that have all of the right things on paper, but they still fail in dating. And it's exactly because they cannot touch women on an emotional level. And that brings me to the fifth point, which is that being boring creates drama. Because most men do not realize that women really crave emotion all the time. And if she is not getting those emotions, then she's going to manufacture them. And that's why it's so often that women create drama with men that are boring. She will start an argument with you, or she will start being difficult, because she craves emotion and you're just too boring to her. And that's why if you are a boring guy that cannot give women an emotional roller coaster, then she will give you a lot of chaos. But when you are that guy that already gives her a range of emotions by getting her to laugh, by teasing her, by leading her, then she's not going to create drama with you. She's going to give you peace. And that's why I always tell guys, in 90% of cases, all of the drama that she creates, it has nothing to do with her personality. It has to do with the fact that you're not leading her properly and giving her an emotional experience. So that brings me to the sixth point, which is that dating on your terms will filter out the wrong women. Because many men will ask a woman out and then she will say, well, I only do dinner dates, or things like that. She basically starts to make demands before you have even met her or you even know her very well. And most men will then just start complaining and they will basically go along with it. He will take her on that dinner date to meet her conditions. So he starts dating on her terms. And also by dating women on their terms, you will get the worst dating experiences. Because women that really want to meet you and that are excited to see you, they are not going to set all of these conditions for you. They are not going to make any demands on you. And that's why most of your bad dating experiences, they all started with just you trying to please her and stepping into her frame. And I used to do that back in the day, and all of these trash dating experiences, they basically stopped the moment that I stopped doing this. The moment that I started to date really on my terms, all of these bad dating experiences, they stopped basically. Because you are filtering out the women that would have been a nightmare to date anyway. And that's also why I tell guys that you shouldn't feel bad if you are filtering out these kinds of women. Because you're only winning by not going on dates with them. And that brings me to the seventh point, which is that attraction is amoral. Because most men, they make up stories about why dating should be fair and why women should be attracted to them. And you see this coming back time after time. Whoa, I am a multimillionaire, so women should like me. I drive a Mercedes and I have a boat, so women should like me therefore. Or they will say, well, I am such a good guy, so women should like me for that. And the truth is that women do not care how many animals you rescued or all of the good things that you did for the world. Attraction and desire is just never fair. You do not get rewarded for putting in more effort or being a great guy. You get rewarded for making an emotional impact on her. And that's why some men will say, well, I did everything for her, but she still left me. Because they will think, well, I did all of these favors for her, I took care of her kids, and I always helped her out when she needed it. As if that counts for something in dating. And the sad reality is that it doesn't account for anything. You need to be that guy that puts himself first and that makes an emotional impact on women. So don't ever tell yourself, well, she should like me, or any of these kind of narratives that guys come up with nowadays for why women should like them. Just accept the reality as it is and become that guy that is attractive to women. So that's it, guys. 7 brutal lessons that every guy can learn from. If you're serious about getting results in your dating life in the next few months, then feel free to book a call with me with the link in the bio. Subscribe to the channel and peace.